Welcome to math class. Today we are going to learn how to solve factorization of quadratic expressions. So we'll take some examples, and I will explain it into details so that anytime you have question and that you'll be able to solve it. So let's start. So when every quadratic expression is given in this form, a x squared plus bx plus c, where a, b, c are constant, they are numbers. Then we have x squared, then b. So when we have the highest power to be 2, that's when we are talking about quadratic expression. So when it is more than 2 or when it is 3, it becomes cubic expression. So our first example is x squared plus 3x plus 2. With this one, the coefficient of x squared, which is the a, is 1. So when it is 1, you don't have much problem. But when we look at the example 2, the coefficient of x squared or the a is 6. So all of them have different method you use to solve them. So let's look at how to solve this expression or how to factorize this expression. So first, you look at the last term or the c term. Always make sure you arrange your quadratic expression in this form so that it will satisfy this form. So the first one, will find the factors of 2, but we know 2 is a prime number. So the factors of 2 will give us only 2 numbers. That factors of 2 is what? 1 and 2. So when we multiply 1 times 2, we'll get 2. Now we have negative factors for 2 also. That's -1 and -2. -1 times -2 will still give us +2. So -1 and -2 are also factors of 2. But now within these two factors, we will look at the one that when we add with the two factors that will give us 2, when we add them, it will give us the b, and our b here, the coefficient of the x, is 3. So when we add 1 plus 2, we'll get 3. But when we add this -1 plus -2, we'll be getting -3. And this one was +3. So this one is the correct factor that we're supposed to use. So when you are able to get the factors of 2, that when you add, you will get the term for the b or the coefficient of x. Then you will take that term and multiply the 2 term by x. So the first one is 1 times x will give us x, plus 2 times x will give us 2x. So now we'll use this one to come and replace the 3x here. So our new expression will be x squared plus the first one, we are replacing this expression with the 3x, plus 2x plus the last 2. So we didn't do any much change, we just expanded the 3x in this form. So x plus 2x will still give us our 3x. So let's continue. Now when you add this one, you group them into brackets. So I'll take the first 2 terms, 2x plus x, into one bracket. Then I'll bring this positive sign here, the plus. Then I'll put the 2x plus 2 here. Then this is where we'll factorize the common terms outside. And when we look at this one, x is here, x is here. So we can factorize 1x outside. So this is how you do it. When we factor 1x outside, that's x. What's supposed to be here? Then let me explain. We have 2x. So what you are factoring, the common term, you use it to divide the first term. So we are having s squared divided by s. We can expand this s squared as x times x will give us s squared, all divided by x. So we can cancel one of the x, leaving x. So 1 times x will give us x over 1 is the same as x. So the first term is x, plus the second one, x divided by x is equal to 1. And put it here. Plus, then the second term, 2 is here, 2 is here. So the common factor is 2. So we'll bring that 2 outside. Then we'll take the first term, 2x divided by the common factor. So this one is the same as 2 divided this one, which is equal to x. We'll put our x here. Plus 2 divided by the factor, which will give us 1. So let's go to the next step. So now we are going to take all those outside the bracket and put them in one bracket. So we have x plus 2 in one bracket. Then you just repeat one of the bracket because they are the same. Or in other terms, since this bracket is the same as this one, is equal to this one, we will factorize this one out. So we can use the same method, or in the simple form, just take those one outside, put them in brackets, then you open another bracket and repeat the x plus 1. Finish. So when you are asked to factorize this one, this is your final answer you are supposed to get. So let's move to the example 2. The example 2, in this case, we are having the coefficient of s squared, which is a, to be 6. So with this one, before you find the factors of 5, you have to first multiply the coefficient of s squared, the a with the c, before you find the factors of the c. So our new c will be equal to 6. Let me bring it to the camera. 6, the c will be now 6 times 5, which will be equal to 30. So now we'll find the factors of 30. So the first factor of any number is 1. So the first factor is 1, and when we divide 30 by 1, we'll get 30. The second factor, 2 can divide 30, so it's a factor of 30. It will go inside 15 times. Then the next one, 3. Then 3 will go. 4 cannot go. So we'll take the next number, which is 5. Let's see if 5 can go. 5 can divide 36 times. So when you do it the way I'm doing, this is a new trick I'm teaching you. When you are finding factors of number, you do it like this, and you reach the last number where there's no number between these two. If there's no number between these two, or the numbers between these two cannot divide the factor, the 30, then you should stop. Don't search for any number again. Otherwise, you search and it will just waste your time. So this is a simple trick you use when you are finding the factors and realize that it have run up like this. So 1, 2, 5, 1, 2, 3, 5, 6. There's no number between 5 and 6, or if there is any number you check and cannot divide this one, just forget about the rest, because you will not get any different factors of 30 again apart from those that you have. Then now we can search for the negative factors also. So the negative factors that will, when you multiply or you divide 30, you will get positive 30. So when we negate all this one, negate will pause, so we just have to negate all this one. So 2, 3, 5, 30, 15. Then we have 6. So this one is very important when you do it like this, because when you have this term to be negative, then you'll be in need of this negative or this one to be negative. But when all is positive, then you have no problem. You just have to maintain the positive side. So in the next example, I'll try to solve similar one where we'll use the negative side. So let's continue. Now the next step, after getting all the factors, you check all the factors, which one, if I add or I sum together, I will get 13, the coefficient of x, and the 13 is positive, it's not negative 13. So if it is negative 13, then you come to the negative side. When it is positive, you come to the positive side. So let's go. 1 plus this one, 30, will not give us 13. 2 will not give us, but 3 plus 10 will give us positive 13. So we'll write those factors here, 3 and what? 10. They are the factors that will give me. Then we'll multiply these two factors by x. So we have 3x. Then we'll put the summation there. So we are coming to use this one to replace this 13. So we will rewrite this equation as 6x squared plus 3x plus 10x then plus the 5. So we use the 3x here to replace the 13. So we can now continue with the process. So now we'll put them into brackets. So 6x squared plus 3x in one bracket plus bracket open 10x plus 5 in another bracket. So now we are going to factorize the common terms outside. So with the first bracket, we are having 6x squared plus 3x. So 3 can divide 2, x2 can divide 2x. So the first factor will be 3x. So let me write it here, 3x bracket open. So we'll use that common factor to divide the first term, which is 6x squared. So 3x will be the denominator. So let's expand this one further. 3 can divide this one, itself 1, and divide this one 2. So we have 2x, then we expand this one times x all over x, because this one will be 1. So this x will cancel this, leaving 2x. So I'm rewriting the 2x here plus the 3x divided by 3x, the common factor. This one gives us 1. So this one is direct. Plus, now let's see which one is the common factor here. I know 5 can divide 10. So 5 is the common factor. So we have 5 outside the bracket. Then 10x divided by 5. 10x divided by 5. So we'll use the common factor to divide the first term, which will give us 1. 5 will divide itself 1, divide 10 2. So 2 times x will give us 2x over 1, which is the same as 2x. So we'll put the 2x here plus plus 5 divided by 5, which is equal to 1. So we are having the same brackets here. So those who are outside, we put them into one bracket. Then we open another bracket and replace the 2x plus 1. So this is the final answer. Thank you very much.